Hello there, welcome to a video on cross tips for a 3x3 cube. So, in this video I'm going to talk about just some general things to keep in mind when trying to solve the cross. First of all, you should know that the cross can always be solved in about 8 moves or less. The second, and probably one of the most important tips for beginners, is that instead of solving the cross on top, you want to try and solve it on the bottom of the cube. This eliminates a rotation, which will make your times faster. Rotations are the things that eat up the most time, in my experience. If you want to get really good at cross and do cross really fast, you should try and plan out your cross and then do it with your eyes closed. For instance, in this case, I'm going to do an up move to put this piece here. Then I'm going to do an R prime move to move this piece in. Then a U2 move to move this piece in, and then this blue piece, by tracking it, will be here and then here, so then I can do an L move, and then do rotation. So altogether, that will look like that. And that takes a lot of time to do. Some good tips for cross are if you have 3 solved, and the last one is in the right spot, but it's not rotated the correct way, you can put it in the right way by moving it to this lane and then moving this entire cross over here so you can put the piece in and move it back. When you solve the cross, you don't have to solve it to be aligned with the pieces right away. If it's easier, you can solve it first so that everything is right adjacent to each other, and then you can align it afterwards. For beginners, it's really important that you learn that orange is opposite red, and blue is opposite green, and yellow is opposite white. It's very important to learn this color scheme because it'll help you be able to solve cross. For instance, this red piece is here, and if I know that red is opposite orange, I know that I can put this piece in right here because they'll be solved adjacent to each other. And then when I align them, they'll both be solved, instead of just doing something else, like aligning it first, and then knowing that this piece needs to go in like that. So if red's here and orange is here, we can put red, or we can put orange in there. And then, if you want to know your color scheme more, after red comes green, so green would have to go here, so we can put that piece in like that. Then, instead of aligning the cross first, and then trying to put this piece in, we can instead move the cross over here to put the last edge where it needs to go, and then after that you can align it. If you have 2 edges like this, where the one on the left goes before or to the left of the one to the right, then you can put them like this, and then when you put the one in, it will allow the other one to be able to go in too. I'm going to do a few example crosses, and I'm not the best at these, but I'm okay at them, so I'm going to do them okay. So first, see that red is here, and it has to go over here, so I can do a U2 to get that over there. But I also see that orange is here, and blue is here. Now, since I know my color scheme, I know that blue has to go to the left of red, so it can go in with one move like that. What I also know is that orange has to go across from red. So a good way to put edges that are in this place in is like that. And so what I'm going to do first is put that orange edge in, and then this blue one, which I saw before, I can put in next. That leaves this one edge, and when you have one edge in the bottom, you can move it to the middle like that, and then move the bottom, and then put the edge in. And then after you do that, you can align the cross, because all the pieces are solved in the right color scheme. Here in this case, this one's pretty easy. Green is already in the correct spot, and with one move, blue can move to the correct spot. So I can move blue in like that. Then orange can go in here to the left of blue by moving the cross over, then putting orange in. Now, probably one of the best tricks that you can learn is if the piece is like this, and there's a solid piece under it, what you can do is move it down and in, and then move that other piece back. And then after everything's done, align the cross, and that'll solve it. One more example solve. In this case, orange is already solved, and I see that green and blue can already go in with one move. Green can go in like that, and blue can go in like that. And so I see, since orange is already solved, that blue has to go to the right of orange, so blue will have to go here. So I can move orange there, and since blue's here, I can put this one in. And since green is the opposite of blue, I know this one has to, the green has to go on this side, so I can also put that one in. Next, the only open out slot is this one, and to put a piece where the top is facing is white, you can do a U2 like that. So I'm going to bring my free slot over, and then do a U2 to bring that in. And then after I do that, I can align the cross. Hopefully those tips helped, and if anyone's actually watching this video, feel free to leave your tips in the comments below.